Good morning, one and all present here. We welcome you all for the 9 days residential workshop on journalism and mass communication, organized by Government of Tamil Nadu, Department of Adi Dravidar and Tribal Welfare, in collaboration with Center for Social Justice and Equity. This is a center established and funded by Adi Dravidar and Tribal Welfare Department, Government of Tamil Nadu, functioning at Madras School of Social Work and Asian College of Journalism. We request you all to rise for the Tamil Thai Vaalthu.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்து கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கனமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you. To welcome the gathering, I would like to invite Dr. S. Raja Samvel sir, Principal, Madras School of Social Work.
A very good morning to all of you. It's indeed a delight to welcome all of you for this residential workshop on journalism and mass communication implemented by the Government of Tamil Nadu, Department of Adi Dravidar and Tribal Welfare in collaboration with Center for Social Justice, which is housed at Madras School of Social Work. As they say, the pen is mightier than the sword. I think we are in this venture trying to create a lot of such pens who could voice out the concerns of the marginalized, who could voice out concerns of importance to society, and importance to the common person. And I think in this venture, we have, it is indeed, we are grateful to the Asian College of Journalism, which is collaborating with us and housing this workshop, hosting this workshop in their premises. It's indeed a great privilege for us. So on this occasion, I'm delighted to welcome our chief guest for the day, Mr. N. Ram, who needs no introduction. We all know he has been a very sensitive media person, portraying and on all occasions supporting the voices of the marginalized in all possible ways. So it's very fitting that his presence is here to inaugurate this workshop. A very, very warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you for being here. And we are also joined by the director and founder of the Asian College of Journalism, Sash Kumar. It's indeed a big privilege for us to be here and the workshop also to be hosted by us. Thank you so much for being here. Very warm welcome to you. And we are also joined by Dr. Nalini Rajan, the Dean of Studies of the Asian College of Journalism, and our own Director of Center for Social Justice, Dr. Pavananthi Vemblu. A very, very warm welcome to you. And I also extend a very hearty welcome to the students who have signed up for this program, who have been selected for this program. We have 25 students who have joined this course. I think they may share the details later on. Out of more than 305 eligible students, these 25 have been selected. So you're all privileged to join this. A very, very warm welcome to you. And I'm glad that the students of the Asian College of Journalism are here. I think you'll be, I guess, a great support for this batch also. A very, very warm welcome to you. And unfortunately, today the government officials were unable to join us, but I also extend a hearty thanks to them for partnering with us in this. I'm sure the workshop will be a great value addition for all of you who have signed up for it. And I'm sure this venue in particular adds a very, very special value to that workshop. With this, I heartily welcome all of you for this very wonderful inaugural session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Followed by Dr. Raja Samvel, sir. I would like to invite Dr. Pavanandi Vemblu, sir, the Director of the Center for Social Justice and Equity, to talk few words about our center's activities. Thank you.
So, very good morning to all. And I express my sincere thanks to the ASEAN College of Journalism. Indeed, it all started a year before we visited, and then we have a very intensive interactions with this ASEAN School of. For that, I am very particularly grateful to Mr. Sasikumar and then Nalini Madam and then Molini. This is the team, very vibrant team. We have been working close with them for over a year. And this is the first workshop that we conduct, because last year we conducted on our own, but we thought of joining hands with these experts in this field to train the young journalists of the Tamil Nadu, particularly in this age group, the community group of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Our Center for Social Justice and Equity, started by the government of Tamil Nadu, or the Dravidar and Tribal Welfare. Our mandate is to support these department in terms of your public policy exercises. We do support them to collect the data. Recently, we have completed a massive scheduled tribes survey. We have covered almost 3,000 hamlets of the tribal hamlets in the far interiors, as you know. And then right now that we have covered 3 lakhs households by around the 8 lakhs individual. Then this is the massive exercise we have recently completed. And the another component is about to documenting and preserving, because it's most of the tribal cultures and languages are endangered, and some of them have already been announced by the UNESCO is on the verge of extinction of their language. So that through the Tolgudi program scheme, the government of flagship program, our center engaged with documenting, creating a kind of digital documents where you can refer tolhudi.in, if you can put it, even if we can make it into your mobile version also, where you can go and see that we have documented their cultural and language components extensively. Roughly that we have, this time that we have covered about 7 communities, and then we are on the line of extending them into, as all of you know, there are the 37 tribal communities in Tamil Nadu. So for the last this center is started in 2023, and then by that 2 years have completed. These 2 years we have, our major focuses is on scheduled tribes, and then this year onwards we have been focusing the scheduled caste also, and then particularly the vulnerable communities among the scheduled caste that we have been identifying and coming with. But our major role is about to support the government, particularly this department, in terms of a public policy then. And our center functions under the 3 units. One is the research units. We have the very vibrant teams, and then the program units, which the unit is responsible for these kind of training programs and all. And another, a documentations unit, you're meticulously collecting the data, the government data, particularly the census, the NSSO, and NFHS, as all you know, because you must be very familiar with this, the data point of the data journalism kind of. So this is, we are collecting the data, and then we are conducting series of surveys and all to support the governments in terms of. If you wish, you can refer our activities in our website also. If possible, drop by our center, and we are looking for a continuous collaborations with the ASEAN College of Journalism. With these words, I once again extend my heartfelt thanks to the ACJs and the team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And I'm inviting Chairman, Media Development Foundation and Asian College of Journalism, Mr. Sasikumar, sir, for the presidential address.
Thank you very much. இங்கு வந்திருக்கும் தமிழ்நாட்டில் நின்று வந்திருக்கும் 25 பார்ட்டிசிபெண்ட்ஸ் இந்த ஒர்க் ஷாப்பில் உங்களுக்கு எங்களோட மனமார்ந்த welcome. In the 2 weeks, you're going to spend 2 weeks with us. I hope you will find this a very useful experience. முதல்ல நான் வந்து தமிழ்நாடு அரசுக்கு இந்த பாராட்டக்கூடிய முன்முயற்சி எடுத்ததுக்காக எங்கள் பாராட்டும் நிகழ்ச்சியும் அதிலே வந்து எங்களை அதில் சேர்த்ததுக்காக ரொம்ப பெருமைப்படுகிறேன். I am saying that we are very proud to be associated with this very novel initiative by the Tamil Nadu government, Dravidar and Scheduled Tribes Welfare Department. And this is so significant because if you look at the statistics, you look at the All India statistics, we have 145 crore population, out of which some 16% by the 2011 census at least would be Dalit population, 16.6% actually, which is about 24 crores. How is this 24 crores represented? Is it represented in the media? அதாவது 24.4 கோடி மக்கள் நம்ம செய்திகளில் நம்ம இந்த நியூஸ் மீடியாவில் காணும். Only when there is shocking news, sensational news, ஒரு விபத்து இல்லைன்னா ஒரு பெரிய பிரச்சனை இருந்ததுனா தான் வருது. The lives that are led, the achievements that are made. So an entire section of the population has literally been blanked out in the mainstream media. என்ன சொல்லலாம். இந்த ரீஜனல் மீடியாவில் கொஞ்சம் இன்னும் I think the representation is probably better. இதை பற்றி ரொம்ப பேர் ஆராய்ச்சி பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, எழுதியிருக்காங்க, பேசியிருக்காங்க. ஆனால் மாற்றமே காணும். தமிழ்நாடு பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் நமக்கு இப்போது 2011 சென்சஸ் பிரகாரம் 7.2 crores கோடி மக்கள் இருந்தது. இப்போது 7.7 சொல்கிறாங்க லேட்டஸ்ட் ஃபிகர்ஸ், கெஸ்டிமேட்ஸ் தான். ஆனால் அதில் about roughly 20%, it's better than the national average, 20% வந்து தலித் மக்கள். தமிழ்நாட்டிலேயும் சொன்ன தமிழ் வார்த்தைகளில் ஆனால் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் வருது. இருந்தாலும் விபத்து இல்லை பிரச்சனைகள், வாட் இஸ் த லைஃப் ஆஃப் த பீப்புள், வாட் ஆர் தி இஷ்யூஸ், அது தலித் மக்கள் மட்டும் இல்லை, ரூரல்னஸ்டே வந்து நம்ம ரூரல்னஸ் இட் செல்ஃப் இஸ் நாட் ரெப்ரசன்டட் இனஃப் as you know in the media. Mainstream media na mainly city focused, metropolitan focused. Rural India is almost marginalized or missing. இதற்கெல்லாம் நம்ம வந்து ஏஷியன் காலேஜ் ஆஃப் ஜேர்னலிஸ்ட்லாம் முதல்லேருந்து we have a program called Covering Deprivation, and that is significantly put on board from day one. It is designed by experts in the area like P. Saina, like Nagarajan, like many others who were associated with that in the beginning. Ram played a very crucial role in the design of that program. நாங்கள் வந்து அது ஒரு எங்களுக்கு ஒரு கொள்கை மாதிரி, இட்ஸ் லைக் அ பிரின்சிபிள் ஃபார் அஸ். அங்கே வந்து ப்ராக்டிஸ் ஆஃப் ஜேர்னலிசம் இது இருக்கோ இல்லையோ, அவர் ஜேர்னலிஸ்ட், பீப்புள் ஹூ கோ ஃப்ரம் ஆர் காலேஜ் ஹாவ் திஸ் டைமென்ஷன் டு தேர் கவரேஜ், டு தேர் ப்ராக்டிஸ் ஆஃப் ஜேர்னலிசம். அது வந்து இன்னொரு நிகழ்ச்சியான எங்களை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், இஃப் தெர் ஆர் தலித் ஜேர்னலிஸ்ட் இன் த கண்ட்ரி, இவ்வளோ பெரிய மக்கள் தொகையெல்லாம் சொன்னீங்க, அதில் வந்து தலித் ஜேர்னலிஸ்ட்டை காணும். அக்கார்டிங் டு சம் எஸ்டிமேட்ஸ் ஒன்லி அ ஹேண்ட்ஃபுல், 10-12 பேர் வேணால் சொல்லலாம் இங்கிலீஷ் லாங்குவேஜ் மீடியாவில். ரீஜனல் லாங்குவேஜ் மீடியாவில் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் இருக்கலாம். அதுக்காக தான் நாங்கள் வந்து பட் ஃப்ரம் இன் ஆர் காலேஜ் எவ்ரி இயர் we have a scholarship for Dalit students. Not only Dalit students, marginalized students, students who cannot afford the fees. At least 10 to 15% of our students have one or another form of scholarship. And I am proud to say that if there is journalism represented by Dalit journalists in India, the bulk of it, the overwhelming bulk of it, will have come from the Asian College of Journalism over the last 25 years. This is something which is also discussed in the forums, media forums, particularly forums which look at marginalization of Dalits in the media, etc. அதனால் இந்த ஒர்க் ஷாப் இஸ் வெரி வெரி சிக்னிஃபிகண்ட் ஃபார் அஸ். எங்களுக்கு இது ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஒரு 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 முன்முயற்சி நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி. ஸோ ஐ எம் ஷுர் தட் இந்த 2 வாரத்தில் those who have come from different parts of Tamil Nadu will be able to not only, of course, go through the course. Our course is time tested. We are the best journalism college in the country, even if I say so myself. And I'm sure, apart from the curriculum, the interaction with our students, because we have a good mix here of students from different parts of Tamil Nadu and students from different parts of India, plus some students from outside India. Number scholarship scheme, we have some students, not too many, 2 or 3 students each from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, so some of these countries. So I'm sure you will find the classroom நடக்கிறது இல்லாமல் இவங்களோட பழகி இவங்களோட interact பண்ணும்போது the experience will be a big, not only rich, but also part of the learning curve while you are here. So once again, எனக்கு இந்த மனமார்ந்த நிகழ்ச்சி, I want to express my happiness that all of you are here. We look forward to now, at least, even though you're here only for 2 weeks, you have become students of ACJ in some sense, and we will be proud to interact with you and do the best for you, our people who are going to be here with us, Mohan, led by Mohan, and Arun, of course our Dean, Nalini Rajan, and other faculty, and a host of visiting faculty. In the visiting faculty, some of our students, Dalit students who have been, shall we say, flag bearers, who have done extremely well, will be speaking to you, will be coming and interacting with you. So this is a unique opportunity for us, and I want to conclude by saying, I want to, of course, thank Thiru Pavanandi. அவர் ரொம்ப ஆர்வலோட ரொம்ப he is so dedicated, so passionate about this. அவர் தான் நம்மளை உட்கார விட மாட்டார். அவரே he will keep instigating us, and of course not that we need instigation, but his enthusiasm is very infectious. Similarly, and he's got a wonderful team with him, Sushindra and Priya Chitra. Suchindra has been running around over the last few days, including until this morning, early this morning. 3-4 பேர் வந்துட்டு இருக்காங்க போல இருக்கு, who are still coming from Madurai and other places, some of your participants. So I have not seen, it's very rare to see such dedication, such passion, such commitment. And I'm sure with that backing, not only this initiative, but other initiatives taken by the very important Center for Social Justice and Equity, housed in the Madras School of Social Work, will go on to do wonderful work. And I want to say we are always there to join hands with you in every such initiative. On behalf of the Media Development Foundation, which is a not-profit trust which runs this college, Ram is a trustee of the foundation, and the Asian College of Journalism, our faculty, and students of the Asian College of Journalism, a very, very warm welcome to this new cohort of 25 students from across Tamil Nadu. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your words, sir. Really, our students are, I hope that they will enjoy this campus and the 9 days workshop in a fruitful manner. Fine. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Ram, sir, Trustee, Media Development Foundation, and Director, the Hindu Publishing Group, for the inaugural address.
Good morning. The purpose of this workshop has already been introduced to you by the earlier speakers, and particularly my friend, our chairman, Mr. Sashi Kumar. I would like to join in the commendation of the government of Tamil Nadu, and in particular the Department of Adi Dravidar and Tribal Welfare, for thinking up this program, for selecting 25 students, and for I think coming to the right place, if I may say so, the Asian College of Journalism. And of course, I know the Madras School of Social Work. I know its work for a very long time. The Center for Social Justice and Equity, funded by the government of Tamil Nadu and located at the Madras School of Social Work. So this is a good coming together of, I think, people who are, or institutions which are serious about doing something to change the state of play in the Indian media. எவ்வளோ பேருக்கு இங்கிலீஷில் கம்ஃபர்டபுளாக இருப்பீங்க புது ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸில்? இந்த ஒர்க் ஷாப்போடைய நோக்கம் என்னவென்றால் to bring people. There is a rich literature on representation of different sections of society in the Indian media, the mainstream media or the professional media. That is printed newspapers now available, all of them in on digital platforms, broadcast television, radio, and of course the so-called digital-only new media, digital-only media. And then you have the social media, the platforms where, some of them are called alternative media. So I think you have a huge space here where the representation of Dalit voices of men and women drawn from the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Maybe it's growing a little, but too slowly. And it is, when you look at leadership positions, it is insignificant today. Not totally insignificant, because there are powerful voices on the social media, occasionally appearing also in the mainstream media, but nowhere close to the minimum required. So this lack of diversity in the Indian newsrooms and in the Indian media ecosystem is a very serious issue, which has been noted for quite a few years. There is a literature on it. I just want to cite one or two specifics. There's a paper by Nitish Kumar called Social Media, Dalits and Politics of Presence, an analysis of the presence of Dalit voices in the Indian media. They quote, இதில் ஒரு வியூ என்னன்னா, பாலிட்டிக்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஐடியாஸ் வர்சஸ் பாலிட்டிக்ஸ் ஆஃப் ப்ரெசன்ஸ் அப்படின்னு ஒரு டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, ஒரு டிஃப்ரென்சியேஷன் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. வெறும் ஐடியா இருந்தால் போகாது. இட்ஸ் நாட் இனஃப் டு ஹாவ் an idea of what is happening in the world of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, people living often in a segregated way, separately, kept away by society. And this form of injustice goes back centuries. Now I think attempts are made to rationalize it or cover it up or underestimate it. But it is a very serious indictment of Indian society that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, more than anyone else perhaps in modern Indian history, has called attention to and highlighted. And in fact, Dr. Ambedkar himself criticized the press for, at that time, only playing up the ruling party of that time, then the Congress, and not giving any space, let alone representation, to Dalit voices. That word was not known at that time, but various terms were used to describe those belonging to the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, and also other sections which are now grouped under the label Dalit. We can discuss these terms later, but it is a very serious issue. And the workshop, the primary purpose of the workshop, I think, is to force on society, force on journalism, the presence of Dalit voices, Dalits. தானாகவே நடக்காது. இந்த மாதிரி முயற்சிகள் இருந்தால் தான், திணிப்பு இருந்தால் தான் இந்த கொஞ்சம் மாற்றம் ஏற்பட முடியும். Change will not happen by itself. It has to be enforced. The state has to get involved. Others, like the Madras School of Social Work, that center in particular, and the Asian College of Journalism. Again, I reiterate what Mr. Sashikumar said, that we have paid special attention in many years. We have a donor, I don't want to mention his name, who says, bring in your Dalit students and I'll support them. There's no limit on numbers. Any number of students, bring them. If they can, if they're admitted here and want to pursue this course, I will support them. This is a standing offer made by our friend, this a donor, but many years we find it difficult. இப்போ உங்களை கேட்க போகிறேன், இதில் ஒரு 3-4 பேர் சொன்னால் போகிறோம், அப்புறம் மீதி பேர் அடுத்த இதில் ஏன் இங்கே வந்தீங்க உங்களை கேட்கலாமா? ஜேர்னலிசமில் உங்களுக்கு என்ன, எதனால் ஜேர்னலிசம் வந்தீங்க, எதனால் செலெக்ஷனுக்கு அப்ளை பண்ணீங்க? Give her a mic. I'm asking her why she came here to this workshop.
Yeah, actually I was in teaching field for, I has completed 1 year in teaching field. So teaching field.
Where? Teaching?
Yeah, teaching field. I'm working in Gandhigram Rural Institute. So அங்கே ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு என்ன மாதிரியான இன்ட்ராக்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்கணும், what they should know அப்படின்றத I should know first. So if I know about this, I can teach my students what should be covered, who should be concentrated, so those things. I came for that only.
Thank you. உங்களை கேட்கலாமா? இங்கிலீஷ்லேயே தமிழ்லேயே ரெண்டுலேயும் சொல்லலாம்.
சார் ஹையர் எஜுகேஷன்ஸ்க்காக சார், ஹையர் எஜுகேஷன்ஸ்.
இல்லை, இங்கே இந்த ப்ரோக்ராமுக்கு எப்படி உங்களுக்கு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருந்தது? இந்த ப்ரோக்ராமில் இந்த ஒர்க் ஷாப்புக்கு வரணும்னு ஏன் ஆர்வம் இருந்தது, ஒரு விருப்பம் இருந்தது?
சார் நியூ கிரியேஷன், இன்ஃபர்மேஷன், collecting data, meeting other founders, new partners, students.
Excellent. So, and I think this interaction with the students here will be good. They can learn a lot about the situation. You can also learn from them, apart from the teachers and so on. Excellent. One more on that side, and then I will resume my remarks.
என்னோட பேர் நிகேஷ். நான் நிறைய கிராமங்களுக்கு ஐம் ஆர்டிஸ்ட், சிலம்பம் ஆர்டிஸ்ட். நான் தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்க நிறைய தலித் கிராமங்களுக்கெல்லாம் போவேன்.
He has been to many villages. He's an artist.
ஃப்ரீயாக தான் சிலம்பம் டீச் பண்ணுவோம். ஒரு கிராமத்துக்கும் அறிவொளி இயக்கம் இன்ஸ்பயர் பண்ணி அதை நிறைய புக்ஸில் படிச்சிருக்கேன் அறிவொளி இயக்கத்தை பற்றி. ஸோ நானும் இன்ஸ்பயர் ஆகி தனித்தனி கிராமங்களுக்கு போவேன். நான் போகிற ஒரு கிராமத்துலேயும் அங்கே அந்த குழந்தைகளுக்கு நடக்கிற தீண்டாமைகள்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு ரொம்ப எனக்குள்ளே ஒரு வெறுப்புணர்வுகள் அதிகமாச்சு. இப்போது நான் எனக்கு அம்பேத்கர் தான் பெரிய இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன். அப்போது எல்லோரும் அவர் இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் எடுத்தோடனே உடனே அட்வொகேட் ஆகி அவங்களோட பிரச்சனைகளை வெளியே பேசு. அப்புறம் நான் அவரை புக்ஸ் நிறையா படிக்கும்போது அவர் ஃபஸ்ட் பெரிய ஜேர்னலிஸ்ட்டாக இருந்திருக்கார் மூக் நாயக்கில். ஸோ ஏன் மூக் நாயக் ஆரம்பித்தாருன்னு நான் யோசித்தேன். அவர் எழுதி நிறைய பத்திரிகைகள் எடுக்காமே இருந்திருக்குமோ ஒரு காலத்தில். அதனால தான் அவர் நீனா என்னோடய ரைட்டிங்ஸை போடுறது, நானே என்னோடய ரைட்டிங்ஸை மக்களுக்கு என்னோடய பிரச்சனையை சொல்லிக்கிட்டே இருக்கு அப்படின்னு தான் நான் சூஸ் பண்ணது ஜேர்னலிசம். ஸோ நான் வேங்கை வயல் சம்பவம் நடக்கும்போது அங்கேயே போய் ஸ்டே பண்ணியிருந்தேன் 1 வீக். நான் அப்போது ஜேர்னலிசம் வேலையில் படிச்சிருந்தேன். அங்கே போய் 1 வீக் ஸ்டே பண்ணி அதை ஒரு ஆவணப்படமாக எடுத்து அங்கே வேறு ஒரு பிரச்சனை போயிட்டு இருந்தது. ஸோ இங்கே ஏன் வந்தேன்னா, இங்கே நிறைய என்னோட அறிவான நிறைய மாணவர்கள், இங்கே ஏஷியன் காலேஜ்னாலே எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும், இங்கே நிறைய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க. அவங்ககிட்டே நிறைய கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ணி நிறைய லேர்ன் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இன்னும் நான் வேகமாக செயல்படணும் அப்படின்னு காண்டி தான் நான் இங்கே தேங்க்யூ.
அதை can somebody give the gist in English? Can you give for those who don't know Tamil, gist?
Thank you. And he's basically a kind of an artist, folk artist with a particular kind of a silambam. It is a kind of a martial art, Tamil Nadu martial art. He is touring these entire villages, particularly Dalit villages, where he is interacting with the community people. And he have observed what sort of discriminations prevalent in those rural backgrounds. And it is impacted on him. and through the readings of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and it's a major influence on his. And his very pertinent point of reflections is that Dr. Ambedkar started Mook Nayak journal, and he has involved with a lot of journalism. So his inspirations to step into the journalism comes from the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's work. And he stayed with Vengai Vayal, one particular village, all of you must be very aware of that. And then he stayed and he produced one documentary on that particular issue, it seems then. And he has come over here to interact with all of the students and to make use of this knowledge of the ACJ with them. Thank you.
So we heard from 3 friends, all of them well motivated. They have a clear idea of what they think they can get from this. Only at the end of the workshop will you be able to say whether that has been delivered up to your expectations. நீங்கள் எதிர்பார்த்தது மாதிரி இது பிரயோஜனம் இருக்கா அப்படிங்கிறது எண்டில் தான் தெரியும் இந்த ஒர்க் ஷாப்பில். பட் கட்டாயமாக அது they will meet your expectation என்று நான் நம்புகிறேன். So this is excellent. They have people who are clearly motivated, they are purposeful, and they have come here with a very clear outlook. So I commend them, and if you talk to more of them, I'm sure that the same thing will be repeated. Now I go to the topic I was invited to speak about. I think one is this aspect of social justice rights which are still being denied in Indian society and in Indian politics. Progress has taken place, but is it enough? No. But now we come to the issue of what is journalism about and why should we value journalism? Now that there is tremendous disruption of journalism as I knew it or Mr. Sashikumar knew it when we started out. Huge change has taken place, a transformation of the media ecosystem, disruption, confusion, and a lot of uncertainty about the future. So in this context, I think we need to ask the question, why journalism? What is the value of journalism? And why are all the students here? What do they hope to get out of this when there is a lot of uncertainty as the background? I think there are 3 basic reasons why we need to discuss the present state of the news media and journalism in India. The first reason is the intrinsic relevance and value of journalism as a democratic craft. ஒரு ஜனநாயக போக்கு இது பாதை என்று சொல்லலாம். ஜேர்னலிசம் கரியர் இதில் journalism as it has evolved in modern times is best understood as a form of expression of brain work. There are definitions, many of them in textbooks. It's a form of expression or brain work that includes making news judgments, gathering evidence, constructing narratives, making sense of things. விஷயங்களை புரிகிறதுக்கு இது ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு ஒரு பாதை, ஒரு கரியர், ஒரு மெத்தட் ஆஃப் கேப்சரிங் த வேர்ல்ட் ஆஃப் இவெண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஐடியாஸ் as they occur அப்படின்லாம் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. ஆனால் ஜேர்னலிசம் as a profession is not value neutral. It demands freedom, full freedom, as much freedom as possible, but it also accepts the obligation of social responsibility. என்ன வேணால் எழுதிட முடியாது, அதுக்கு ஒரு code of conduct, code of ethics இருக்குது. You have to pursue, also it's a profession, there is a professional requirement. That's why training is important on this. Verification, sense making, witnessing, investigation. ஒருத்தர் சொல்கிறாரு 4 பேசிக் டாஸ்க். ஒன்று வந்து விட்னஸிங், போய் உண்மையை வந்து நம்மளே பார்த்து அதை பற்றி எழுதுறது. ரெண்டாவது வெரிஃபிகேஷன், என்ன வேணால் எழுதிட முடியாது, வி ஹேவ் டு செக். சந்தேகம் இருக்கணும், அதை போய் you have to play the devil's advocate and check whether it is correct or not. யாராவது சொல்கிறத வச்சு சும்மா எழுதிட முடியாது or broadcast பண்ண முடியாது. Then sense making, மேலே சூப்பர்ஃபிஷியலாக பார்க்க முடியாது. அதோடைய நோக்கம் என்ன, உள்நோக்கம் என்ன. இப்போ அரசியலில் பார்த்தா அது எந்த பாதையில் போயிட்டுருக்கு, சரியாக நடக்கிறதா, and all that. And then investigation, புலனாய்வு. அது சொன்னாங்க, இன்னும் ஆழமாக போய் விஷயங்களை அறிவது, கண்டுபிடிப்பது, உண்மையை மறைத்தால் அதை வெளியில் கொண்டு வருது. அதுக்கு பல டெக்னிக்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஸோ ஜேர்னலிசம் இஸ் அபவுட், you can say about these tasks like this: witnessing, verification in no particular order, sense making, and investigation. And that's, I think, what the profession is about. It is also, social responsibility also means truth telling, working for the social good, and fighting for your own freedom and independence, safeguarding your freedom and independence. சுதந்திரமாக செயல்பட வேண்டும் எழுதல. Of course, there are other kinds where they support propaganda. You can be attached to a political party or cause and work for it. That is all right. But when you talk about professional journalism, independence, I think, is prerequisite. So it is obvious that to practice journalism as a democratic craft, you need the widest freedom and space to flourish. I don't want to go into details, அதிக டீட்டெயிலுக்கு போக தேவையில்லை. பட் இந்தியாவில் இந்த ஃப்ரீடம் ஆஃப் ஸ்பீச் அண்ட் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் இன்றைக்கி அதுக்கு பல தடைகள் இருக்குது, பல தாக்குகள் ஏற்படுறது. இட் இஸ் நாட் இன் அ ஹாப்பி ஸ்டேட். அதுக்கு மேலே நான் சொல்கிறது விரும்பவில்லை. இந்த இதில் அது உங்கள் கிளாஸில் சொல்லுவாங்க, பல இது எக்ஸலண்ட் ப்ரோக்ராம் ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணிருக்காங்க, அதை பார்த்தேன். The program has been worked out in detail with a timetable. I suggest that everyone should take a look at this to see what is the content of this whole workshop, which will be a packed workshop over the next 2 weeks in this. But we are not happy with the state of freedom of speech and media freedom in India. Journalists are being attacked. Camera persons are being attacked. Some journalists have been murdered. Some have been arrested or detained on frivolous charges. Freedom of expression, particularly after 2014, when a new regime came to power, has been under pressure and under assault. I won't go into further details on that, but this is widely acknowledged in international rankings of India's press freedom. Committee to Protect Journalists, Reporters Without Borders, and so on have amply documented this truth. And part of the problem is the communal விஷயம். மதங்களை பிரிவினைக்காக பயன்படுத்துவது, மக்களுக்கு எதிராக. Use of religion for political purposes to divide people and to generate hate. This has gone, I don't want to go into further party politics and so on here. There's abundant opportunity for you to learn yourselves, but that is a major issue. It was always there, but now it is there in a more serious way, and it threatens the secular character of our constitution in this. Another reason why you should study the state of journalism is to do with the economics of contemporary journalism. இது முக்கியமான இது பொருளாதாரம். இன்னைக்கு why journalism is seen to be in some kind of crisis is that digital disruption that was first experienced in Western countries, in developed countries, it has spread at varying speeds to other parts of the world, including India. And this disruption in the media ecosystem was brought about by transformative digital technologies. and by the domination of the huge tech companies, as they are called, Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, Twitter, and various others as well. And now we have the beginnings of the AI revolution, artificial intelligence revolution, and its likely impact on journalism. And the most obvious impact has been, starting in Western countries, decline and fall of the old business model for journalism, where advertising revenues paid for journalism, expensive journalism in print, radio, and television, and brought handsome profits to the owners of these media companies or organizations. The other part of the change or the crisis, perceived crisis, is the complex set of changes in audience behavior and news consumption. அது மக்கள் வந்து இப்போ படிக்கிறது இல்லை இந்த மாதிரி இந்த இதில் particularly young people do not read printed newspapers or even long articles as before. Some of them do, of course, seriously. But overall, this has been observed in various surveys. They want quick summaries to read. They spend 5 minutes or 7 minutes on this. And they often get it from these social media platforms rather than directly from the media organizations and journalists concerned. So we can understand this aspect of the crisis as engagement of the audience that has been getting away. Audience illana journalism cannot be financed unless somebody pays for it. If advertisers do not pay enough, of course in India there is still advertising, particularly for major newspapers or major media organizations, particularly for the Indian language media organizations. There is still some measure of advertising support, but not in the old way, where advertising accounted for 80% of your revenues. So if advertisers do not pay and the audience does not pay, because on the digital platforms, there is still a lot of hesitation in subscribing, in paying subscriptions to what you put out, then I think there is an economic roadblock to the practice of journalism, and that is one aspect of the crisis that has been noted. On the other hand, there is ample opportunity to practice digital journalism. Digital journalism, that is why in the Asian College of Journalism, we have an integrated newsroom. We have several courses where students are encouraged to make themselves proficient in digital operations, digital media operations, all aspects of it, reporting, editing, data visualization, graphics, and so on. You have to present it in a different way than you used to do earlier, than others used to do, journalists used to do 25, 30, 40 years ago. And this is hard for people to learn if they are older and experienced in the old forms. Much easier for the generation which is usually described as digital natives. நீங்கெல்லாம் digital இது பண்ணுவீங்கல்ல? All of you are familiar with digital tools, use of tools and so on. So this has to be taught, and some way has to be found for media organizations to pay for it. Social media, coming back to Dalit representation, surveys have shown that Dalit voices are more prevalent. Their presence is greater in the social media, on YouTube and various other platforms, the social media, what is called alternative media. They make a difference even to agenda building. Issues are raised which were not raised before, but is it enough to counter the neglect of or the absence of Dalit presence in the mainstream media? And the surveys suggest that no, it's not enough. It may grow. And this is where I think you have to make a choice. You can't be only in social media. That is your choice. More students from scheduled castes and scheduled tribes have to force their way into media organizations, and in this respect, governments and other institutions which believe in this have to have a major responsibility, because there's a lot of talent out there in rural areas. We have seen stories of people who are born in desperate poverty in rural areas, given an opportunity by some kind of fluke, doing brilliantly and emerging as some of the top people in the fields, but there are too few of them, these stories. The number has to increase, and the only way is, it won't happen by itself, it won't happen voluntarily, it'll take too long for it to happen. It has to be forced through state policies and other ways of campaigning, ideological work, writing in the media, doing surveys. You can see where it's not just the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, minorities, people, as Sashikumar said, other marginalized sections. Are they present in the mainstream media? Do they have enough access to the social media also? Do they have the capability to pay for data which is required to work on the internet? Do they have enough phones, mobile phones and tablets or computers? In some states, southern states, I think governments have provided more access to precisely those people by providing few computers and improving the infrastructure in schools and other places. That will take some time to deliver, but people like you who have come here, 25 of you or so, working with others in society, have to have a conscious policy of increasing the presence of these voices, increasing the weight of these voices, and putting out a clear message. What is the message? There has to be a diversity in the media. You can't just have people drawn from some caste, upper caste or so-called forward caste. There are also OBCs and so on who are underrepresented, but I'm not going into it today. And there has to be diversity, at least representing the proportion of the population in this. And without that, the media have reached a dead end, and they cannot progress any further. This message has to be done, and there is no better way of doing it than to become skilled journalists, journalists who are committed to the democratic craft, who are expert, who are very good in their fields, who will walk into any newsroom and claim their right to function as journalists, and who, if they don't want to join a big media organization on their own, start digital ventures and so on. I think this is the only way where change can take place. And again, I want to end this by saying that this workshop is only the beginning of such efforts. I think at the end of it, I hope you will come up with clearer ideas on what to do for your own careers and what to do for the greater cause to which we are committed here today. Thank you again for this opportunity, and I wish you a good workshop and a good experience in staying here at the Asian College of Journalism.